everybody, Jen here. Just gonna wait a couple minutes, see people. It's been a doozy of a week. Blech. As you can already tell. First sentence out of my mouth and I'm like, bleh. It's actually been kind of cold here today. It was actually 35 when I woke up this morning. Alright, I see somebody on. Awesome. I'm gonna get started. So if any of you are familiar, you know I do, my wellness boxes and my wellness, monthly unboxing, but this is what I'm gonna be doing is my shop order unboxing, which I got all these items for free. It was a $72 item, like, order, and I got it for free. Tax, shipping, everything included for free, which is awesome. Because I really have been waiting on this stuff. Now, if you've been following me before, some of these items in here, basically were ones I've been waiting on for months. Because I ran out of certain items, and I was like, oh, you know, if you follow my day in the oily life, I've been kind of using some other healthy products, and I wanted to, get the other, but my finances weren't there, so finally I was able to trade in points and get this all for free. Credits, I had credits set aside, I had points set aside, I was able to get it all for free. A $72 plus tax order for free. Awesome. So, side note, it's been one heck of a freaking week for me. I just basically really broke up with my, well, we weren't even really together. It was more like friends, but like I kept hanging on because I wanted to preferably save the relationship and save the friendship and all that. So anyways, I completely blocked and shut that down, and it's been a doozy on me for the last like 3 days, well, 4 days now. So it was the first real relationship I ever had, and so I've been kind of muddling through the last couple days. Not gonna lie, it hasn't been easy at all. And I keep trying to be like, oh, well, maybe this, or oh, well, maybe that. And then yesterday when I was at work, I got validation, again, that it was the right choice. That stepping aside and actually not falling for the constant carrot in front of the wagon or horse or whatever you call it or do is not the way to go, because it just keeps perpetuating my life lesson, and it's not a good, it's learning to be able to be on your own, love yourself to the point where you don't deal with all this crazy stuff that's going on, and being able to see not only the red flags, but the manipulation tactics and things, and not stay in the toxic relationship because you're afraid of the unknown future. Afraid of being alone, of being single, of being looked at differently by society, of whatever the reasons that you keep, like, even me, that I keep telling myself that, oh, well, but this was a good part, and, that was a good part of him, and, and he meant well, and he's just lost, and he's got a lot of trauma. No, I keep using excuses to make myself feel better for falling for it, and all this stuff. I feel sorry for him. I did the best. I gave 4 years of my life to try to help him out, and it's just, I really do believe his demons are getting the better of him, and it's actually causing a lot of the issues. Actually, what's funny is in a Facebook has memories, so a memory came up of when I was at my other apartment and he was over there, and I could even see in that one that was like from 2017 that he was a lot better. He was a little bit healthier. He wasn't as deep into the proverbial hole he put himself in lately, by not taking action and only pseudo taking action and things. And I had to remind myself that this is not like, it's funny because when you're in these relationships, you don't see them right away, because as the years progress and things slowly get worse, you're not as aware of them. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and go, oh my God, what the heck happened, And then you're like, this is not what I wanted to turn out. And then all the promises, and then, oh, well, yeah, we'll work this out, and we'll just, another month, or once I get this, I'll end up getting that, and once I do this, and then that'll happen, and da-da-da-da-da, and you can't. I mean, especially now, with this whole shutdown of everything. I mean, you can't rely on even necessarily some people's jobs, and things like that. So we've learned that sometimes trying to rely on the future and what the future we think holds doesn't necessarily, it can be like nothing if something happens, like we've seen in 2020, like all this crap. So I've been having a really hard time, and so when I went to work yesterday, I didn't want to do anything. People were freaking pissing me off left and right. I don't get irritable like this unless something really deeply affects me. And it's just part of it was the injustices that I was seeing and hearing, and people wanting more than they're willing to put in, which also it brought back ideas and feelings of how I was treated in the relationship. So I started, more or less analyzing that and being like, before I started the relationship, I never thought I would go into a relationship like that. I forgot who I initially was because I was so drawn on the fact that somebody saw, like, they were attracted to me. And so I'm like, yeah, that's good. And then I'm like, oh no, it's just a little bit of flaws, but it's more good. Now, as the last 2 years progressed, I've noticed that it's 85 to 90% not good memories and things, and like the rest is like 15 to 10% good memories. And it's not getting better like I thought it would. And over time, it's supposed to get better. We're supposed to work together and do that. But it hasn't. But anyways, this is not about relationship issues or whatever. This is about my unboxing. So anyways, I've been using this, back to the oils and what I use to get me out of this funk. This is my roll-on I used originally when I first got notice of the legal action or from the lawyer stuff, when all that weird stuff happened with my family and stuff. I got a letter in the mail saying I had to step down basically it doesn't matter. When I felt like my life was falling apart and I couldn't do anything anymore, and I made this roller because I was in a place where I really felt like being here wouldn't be worth it anymore. So I just also wanted to share with you what was actually in this. It's called, let me put the little box over here real quick. I figured while I was down here I might as well. It's called the Despair Roll-On, or Despair Roller, and I wrote it down. Here it is right here. I wrote it all down. It's actually got 10 drops Trauma Life, which has got a bunch of different oils in it. 5 drops of Sarah, Hope, Release, Joy, Lavender, and Frankincense. Okay? So those are all really big, good ones for being able to center yourself. And like when I felt like betrayed by the people that I felt closest to, then my whole entire world shattered. Like the fact that I thought what was happening was truth, and in reality it wasn't. It was all what I was really not ready to face the reality, and I was just pushing it aside, and it just, fell apart. The house of cards, so to speak, fell down. And so ever since then, I've been kind of building my life back up, trying to get back to where I was, and my credit score crashed back then. I ended up going down to a 4 or something or other. Now it's back up to 600 and something, almost 700. So I've worked hard to get back where I am centered without having to use the same bad habits, I guess you'd say, that I was doing before, and not owning my own responsibilities and things like that. So, and this is just like, I used this constantly yesterday. Like at work, I was just like this all the time. Like, and then everybody at work like, what's up with you? And I'm like, well, I just got out of a really toxic relationship. I'm still kind of dealing with that whole codependency type brainwashing, making you feel like you're the one that was the wrong one. That narcissist thing, and like, all that craziness. So I'm like, actually the one girl that was talking to me, who oddly from a stranger, I had to be woken up. I mean, I broke it off before, but being told by a stranger that it was never me, that it was the manipulation tactics, and it's the altered reality of the individual I was with, where their view of it was just that's how they dealt with life, and that's how they used people along the way, and they didn't even really know that they were doing it, or if they really realized that they were doing it, they weren't in their highest self. And see, this is how I do. I view everybody in their highest self. So that's why I held on, because I'm like, oh, I can see parts. When it was good, I could see parts of him where he was acting in his higher self, and it was great. It was awesome. And I was just hoping that that would stay. And this is where I get into a lot of trouble in my life, because I keep seeing that aspect of everybody, and I keep thinking that they're going to act in that aspect. But people got free will. So, when people have free will, they can be in that moment and do that, but then they can come back out of it and you know, for the next couple of years not be in their higher self and do the best choices and things. Don't mind my cat. But anyway, so these Trauma Life, these are all blends that have a lot of high functioning, high resonating oils in them. Trauma Life, which is a big one, has Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood, frankincense, valerian, black spruce, divana, lavender, geranium, helichrysum, Kefir lime, or cistus hystrix, whatever, and rose. Roses are highest vibrating oil. Then Sarah has sweet almond, ylang ylang, geranium, lavender, orange, cedarwood, blue cypress, divana, same thing, cistus hystrix, which is Kefir lime, jasmine, rose, matricula, I don't even know how to pronounce that one, matricaria, I guess, blue tansy, grapefruit, tangerine, spearmint, lemon, actea, and white lotus. Then Hope has got sweet almond, melissa, juniper, myrrh, and spruce. And then Release has ylang ylang, olive as a carrier oil, lavender, geranium, Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood again, grapefruit, tangerine, spearmint, lemon, blue cypress, divana, citrus, Kefir lime, actea, jasmine, the same matricaria that I said, blue tansy, and rose. So there's a lot of ones that are exactly the same, like they're the same in a lot of these blends, which is basically for lifting up emotional support and lifting up, you know, getting out of that lower vibrational area. And being able to, like, release that stuff, and stuff like that. So, also, Joy. In Joy, there's bergamot, ylang ylang, geranium, lemon, coriander, tangerine, jasmine, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, and rose. Now, you can see how rose is in all of these, pretty much, so it raises the vibration, so it gets you out of your sad thoughts, so to speak. And then, of course, the singles, frankincense, lavender, you know, so there's a lot of those in here, and it's just, if you look up and you Google those oils specifically and how they help, it's just amazing. It's just, I tell you, if I didn't have that oil, I don't know what would have. Well, I know what would have happened. People don't believe that it would have happened, but I know it would have. But thanks to my oily family, they called me and they're like, you know what? Don't do that. There's other people here that need you. Use your oils, get out of that mindset, and heal yourself as much as you can. Sorry, my things are falling down. To the point where you can help people, because I've helped a lot of people, and that's what they were saying. They were like, oh, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to get out of this relationship. I wasn't able to, you know, see that issue. I wasn't able to mend this with my family and get back to my family dynamic that I needed to. All these different things that these people back in 2017, when I first made this, were like, you've helped me so much. Don't take your life. Don't sacrifice yourself. I mean, you just because your family is doing this, or they're, you know, this thing's happening, you have helped so many other people, and you can help so many other people continuing, even if your family's doing that. Focus on that. And that's what I did. I ended up doing that, putting my family on the back burner for a little bit, and working on myself and getting myself organized. And it took a couple moves in different apartments and things, and dealing with the guy that I'm no longer with now, and all that. And in retrospect, I mean, it was hard. It wasn't easy. But it wasn't super, super hard either. It was like middle of the road, your average, okay, this sucks, move on, carry through, work on it, do what you need to do. I'm not a big crier, but at those times I had to cry. I mean, there was a whole year when I moved into the complex my ex-boyfriend was in, that he didn't really talk to me at all, and I cried myself to sleep multiple times. And I kept thinking, is it me? What's going on? But he was in a different mindset. And then when I started getting in a different mindset, when this stuff was going and my grandparents were going, then all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. Even though I never went to him and said he was a bad guy, I just left him do his. I mean, I was sad, but I just let him do his. I didn't project like he's projecting now. But I also went into the relationship, sadly, to try to help. And I guess this is never when we want to do this. We always want to go in the relationship with, he was involved, like he was pining over somebody else. I was pining over somebody else. And I guess that was the first signal that I should have just been like, no. But I also wanted to ease a bunch of my other issues, here at the house and things and with my family. So I didn't feel loved at that time. And so I gravitated towards love outside myself. And that's where we get the hiccups and the life lessons that we have to learn and stuff. But also, for the last couple days, I've been just doing straight out frankincense. Last night I had frankincense in my diffuser. And now, because it's like pseudo Halloween, pseudo Christmas, I'm like loving this. Like, it is one of the highest, besides rose, frequency oils that you can have. And it's really good at getting you out of funk. Now, probably on Monday I'll end up, throughout the week, using this more than that roll-on, because that roll-on's usually I use it just mainly right when I'm in that, like, desperate mode, where I'm like, oh my god, I just want to lay in bed and cry and just not do life. Which I can't, because I have Gramp that he relies on me, so I can't just shut it all down and just do that, But anyways, sorry, I digress, guys. Thanks for staying with me. But I'm going to show you the free items that I got now from my kit, or not my kit, my order here. I wasn't really meaning this to be like a whole documentary type of a thing on what has been happening to me, but I guess that's what kind of this is, somewhat. Alright. So these are items I've been waiting to get for months now because of the fact that finances were not available. And I had other obligations that had to come first. So I was actually just using other things first. They always just... But anyways. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Oh, they combined it. They combined my 2 orders in one box, which is awesome. So actually, there are 2 orders in here that I got. The one order that I got, which was all free, and the other order, which I actually had to pay half for. Because it wasn't covered by my points, because it's a new item. Which, yeah, that's fine. But that one I'm excited about, because I paid for that one, because I had the extra money. And that one I had to use it up on this card. Okay, guys, don't ever get NetSpend. NetSpend sucks, okay? You put money on NetSpend, and then if you don't use the credit card with the bank, because it's for people who don't have bank accounts and stuff that don't want them, basically they take out $5.95 every month you're not active with it. And I'm like, and then they take $2 out for this transaction and $2 out for that transaction. And I was reading all the fine print, because they're like on the website, they're like, oh no, we don't take any, it's transaction free and all this stuff, which is all what you want to see. But if you dig further into the website and you actually go and find the actual card reader, credit card agreement, and you select that and you actually look at it and you read what the fees are for each transaction and things, there are hidden transactions, because they're hidden because they don't come out right front and tell you. Even though on the one page of their website, they basically said there are no fees, but there are. So it's a blatant lie. So anyways, so I used that card anyways because I had used up the money that was on there, which was actually from my ex, now ex, for helping him pay off the phone, because I paid $40 for his phone, and so then he had the $40 on that. And then by the time I got it, it was more like $35 or something left over on it, or 32 or something. So I used it for my other order that's coming through, not this one necessarily, but for the one that I just did, because last Wednesday, because the last 2 Wednesdays we have What's New Wednesday, and these foundations, which are good for my skin tone, have been out of stock since June when convention hit, because I wasn't able to get them in June. So I've been waiting for them to come in, and then they just ended up coming in, and I'm like, okay, I gotta jump on this, because to be honest, I'm not really a makeup person, but I will be if it's a quick, easy application. I mean, yeah, I know. But I have the other stuff, which is my powder one, which is awesome. It's awesome, but it just takes longer for me to do it and stuff like that. Whereas the liquid foundation, liquid in a bottle, is awesome. That's what I used before when I was in college, and that's what I really definitely want to get into and keep doing, which is awesome. So now I can go back, dabble in that, put my mascara back on, and end up doing the palette and it's all natural makeup. No chemicals, no parabens, none of that crap. That actually was what was causing my issues too. So anyways. So now this is going to confuse me, because how I set up my business and my orders, they combine the 2 separate orders into one. So now I'm all like, but I'll figure it out. But anyway. Don't you just love that when, like, this is all because of this shipping issue and things not coming when they need to come. But that's okay. So, first and foremost, this is what I've been waiting on since May? Yeah, since the shutdown, pretty much. But I haven't been able to get it because of finances and then all this other stuff going on. So I finally got none other than my hair stuff, guys. I don't have to worry about having yucky, greasy looking hair now, because I have my lavender shampoo and conditioner. Yay! I'll be able to have awesome hair now. Oh, and they're nice and cold too, because my face is inflamed. Face gets inflamed when I get upset, kind of. So yeah. Yes! So now I can actually go and take a shower and have nice shiny hair again. Not super shiny, because you don't want super shiny, because that's all chemicals. Because that's just weird. Going out with like a hair that looks like super shiny red, I mean, that's not normal. But you don't want greasy, super yucky hair either. So this is going to be perfect. I'm so happy, because then I don't have to worry about my hair falling out. Because that's what I was doing, because I was using healthy products, but it smelled like a swimming pool. So I'm like, that's chlorine, and chlorine's a chemical. So I get it wanting to clean out my hair, but it's like using bleach on my hair, which is not cool. And I'm really sick and tired of my hair falling out, clogging the drain in my freaking bathtub, and me yesterday, after I got out of the shower for going to work, being a foot of freaking water in the drain. So I used my Thieves, because I don't like doing Drano or any of that. So I'll use my natural declogger, which is my Thieves household cleaner. So I put a couple capfuls of that in the water, and then I'm like, okay, I'll see how long it does. Because I've done it for the toilet when the toilet's clogged. Just breaks down the natural stuff in there, and then it just, within a couple hours or whatever, it's fine. So I figured this would be come home from work and it'd be fine. Sure enough, within not even like a minute and a half, all of a sudden I hear, and I'm like, oh. And then it had gone completely down, and it had drained. It was fine. Whereas before I got out of it, and it wasn't draining at all, and I'm like, so that was really cool. 2, so those items I got for free, and these I got for free as well. And then I got the last item, which I did not get for free. But these I got free for well. So now I've got Soapy! Yay! Okay, it's fun. Alright, so I got my Thieves Cleaner Soap, because we definitely want to be thieving up for this coming fall season, especially with all the yuck going around. You want to boost your immune system as much as you can. Beep, 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 beep. I don't know who that is. So you definitely want to be doing the Thieves. I love the Thieves. I'm going to have to start doing Thieves on the bottom of my feet with the roller, because I got a couple other rollers recently. And I'm going to be doing that because a lot of the stress that I'm under now is also what exacerbates lower health conditions. So I know I'm going to have to, like, that's why I did frankincense last night in my diffuser, because it also boosts the immune system as well. It helps raise the vibration, so you're not bringing in lower vibration, and your lower vibrations matching that of the yuck. And all the other stuff that you can end up getting. Whatever. So, and then I'm trying to eat better too. So it's a lot of different things. But definitely doing Thieves now that I have soap to shave with, which I can do the other soap, to shave with as well. But I'm a soap and razor type of a girl. I'm not a, shave gel stuff, because that all clogs the razor and it's, ugh. But then the second one I got was this one, Sacred Mountain. Now, Sacred Mountain is one of my favorite oils because it's very, very woodsy, and I'm a woodsy person. Always love that. I float more towards the woodsy scents, which I guess I would consider more masculine scents than the feminine floral ones. But I've always kind of been like that. I like walking in the middle of a wooded forest, especially right after it rains, especially with the pine, and it smells awesome with pine. So it's just so, it's so like earthy. I don't know if you know earthy. I don't even know what the word to describe it is. It's just kind of like grounding, very calming to me, at least. Very calming to me. So it's got like Ylang Ylang black spruce, sorry, balsam Canada, the balsam tree from Canada, whatever. Wolfberry, which is cool because the wolfberry's got the antioxidants, so it actually, I did not know that was in here, so that's kind of cool. They reformulated it. So they added the wolfberry, which is a good antioxidant, so basically not only are you boosting your immune system, but you're putting also a little bit of the antioxidants back in your body, as well as my Wolfberry Ninja juice. So there's your Wolfberry Ninja juice that I use anyways. And then you got that to work with, boosting your immune system too, so it's cool. Oat, so it's like oat, so it's a natural thing instead of all these other things that soaps are made out of, like the yuck. Aloe vera, see, that's very good for your skin. And then rosemary, so that's really, really cool. So it goes, Sacred Mountain Moisturizing Soap is formulated with 100% vegetable base and naturally derived ingredients, with a pure blend of Ylang conifer essential oils designed to evoke the sense of peace found in nature. That's what I love. This gentle bar soap creates a creamy lather and leaves skin feeling soft, smooth, and refreshed after cleaning. Formulated without parabens, petrochemicals, synthetic fragrances, artificial colors, or animal-derived ingredients. Awesome! Yes. So that's really, really awesome. Now this one, of course, had the Thieves in it, which has got, so that's why they want to go 100% plant-based. That's why the wolfberry is also in there. And then the aloe vera. So it's got olive, clove, lemon, cinnamon, rosemary, wolfberry, aloe vera, rosemary, and oat. Wah, wah, wah. I'm so excited. All right, so all of those 2 bars of soap and those 2, the shampoo and the conditioner, was upwards of $72 plus tax, and I got it all for free. I didn't have to pay shipping, I didn't have to pay tax. And I didn't have to pay shipping because it was under $100, which I would have had to pay shipping, but I had credits to do it, because any order above $100 now, since they did away with the other program, which was part of what my credits were for, because I got credits for having that program, which was awesome, was able to go towards that, because if you have $100 order or more, you get free shipping now, which apparently is a common thing with everybody, so that's cool. Now, here is the other thing that, it's not exactly my color. The one I just ordered is more of my color, but this one's a little bit tanner, so if I want to look tan instead of pasty, it works. But this one I actually just got as it was back in stock 2 weeks ago, and I was so excited because I get to try out none other than Liquid. It's a porcelain liquid foundation. Porcelain color, because apparently I'm a porcelain doll. But this one's actually darker than the one I just ordered, which was ivory. So that's awesome. Did I think that I did that? Yep, there you go. Perfect. And these ones were the ones that were out of stock because everybody gobbled them all up before they were able to produce more because of having lower production rates because of the whole other thing. So it's cute. It's in here. Wow. I didn't realize this thing was this huge. I thought that was all packaging. Wow. That's huge, guys. That is huge. Like, I remember when I went and, like, I used to go to the store and get, like, a smaller, thinner tube of, like, say, the whatever the color was for, like, Olay makeup and stuff. And it was, like, this thin one. But this is freaking huge. Holy moly. Like, that really surprises me. I am very surprised. Like, holy moly. I thought this was... Wow. It's got actually a little top. So you plop it out, and it's got the little squirt top. So squirt, squirt, squirt. So, if I do it on my wrist right here a little bit. Okay, there's a little bit right there. See how it's like that? Then I put the top back on. And then I just use it. Oop. I should totally be doing this with something else. Now, of course, if you got really hardcore blemishes, it's not going to be like... I only put a really small amount on too. Or if you have a sponge, you know, those people that are actually cosmetologists that have like the spongies and... Now, I had originally gotten this and wanted it for showing off to my significant other, but that's not going to work now. Oh my gosh, that's more uniform now. Cool. Can't really see it, but it definitely got rid of a lot of the red. For sure. So that was only just even a little bit there. So I could like work it in and all that stuff. Wow, that's really awesome. Oh, I even look better. I'm so excited. That's so cool. Oh, I'm so happy. Finally can do that and actually dabble in this stuff. So I got my nails back. I got some... So I put more on my finger. Oh, oh, oh. Sorry guys, this is like turning out to be like a makeup tutorial. Hi, if you're just catching, it's just me on here trying out my new liquid foundation. All natural, no chemicals, no parabens, no nothing. I'm so excited about it. I always am allergic to all that crap that I never could tolerate before because I'd break out. And then now, I actually have something that matches my skin tone. And gets rid of all my red. Now granted, I'm not doing this like, I'm doing this through a phone, so it's not exactly 100%, but hey. And like I said, it's not exactly the color that was originally that I wanted, but this is porcelain, so instead of ivory. So I think that works really good. Wow. Yeah, definitely smoothed out the skin, for sure. Should have done it before and after. Hey, Alan, you're probably not all into this. But, I just was actually on here showing all the items that I got for free, and things like that. And it was a little update earlier on what was going on in my family, but you can catch the replay. Oh my gosh, I'll be able to actually go out in public and not look like a fool. I didn't look like a fool anyways, but... Wow, I'm really surprised that there was this huge, huge bottle of it. Like, I thought I'd have to be like, okay, getting that, and then have to, you know... I am really, like... I was willing to pay the price for it for a smaller one, but the fact that the price was like, I am way, like, that is well worth the price. Like, holy shit, guys. Well worth that. And the fact that they were out and they limited it to one per person, I'm so glad I actually got it now. So that is so awesome. Yeah, I've got liquid foundation. I'm so happy. Now all I have to do is just put some lipstick on, some of the lipstick stuff, and then end up going and putting the eyeshadow on and my eyeshadow, my mascara, and all the other stuff, and actually start dabbling in makeup, which I never really used to do because I never really had somebody to actually help me out with that. So that'll help me out, and it'll get me out of my funk too. So that's that. I'm excited about that. So that's really cool. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you haven't before, just catch the replay, whatever. Mainly, this was all just about the items that I got free. The 2 bars of soap. Woo! And my shampoo, which I can finally do shampoo without it. You know, all the other ones that were like causing me all sorts of trouble and my hair falling out and all sorts of craziness, clogging up my drain, and all sorts of other stuff. So, yep, I got those 4 items free, and then I got my, as you can see, my my huge liquid foundation now, which will last me a while. That's awesome. And I'm so excited. Woo woo! Alright guys, I will see you later. Thanks for joining. I'll catch you on Facebook. I will update you with a bunch of the other stuff too that's going on. Like I said, it's been kind of hard for me with the recent split up. Well, even friendship, non-friendship, who knows, it's complicated crap that I ended up having to go through this week. And me trying to deal with a lot of getting over the manipulation that apparently I was not fully aware was happening, and healing from that. So this is very actually interesting for me, and seeing that I can do this and help myself feel better too beyond that, and use my despair roll-on for releasing all those toxic emotions and things that were bringing me down, all that second guessing and things like that, and then using frankincense to boost me up, and especially dealing with people that are irate recently until after the election is really awesome. I'll tell you, I wouldn't be as healthy as I am now if I did not have these products. I would be having a whole bunch of stuff happening to me, and I would not be as happy-go-lucky as I am now. I'd be in a lot more drama. I'd be dealing with a lot more sickness. I'd be dealing with not realizing that I have to stick away from gluten and dairy, and actually not having the confidence to continue my healthy journey, because I didn't, before these products, I wasn't in a group that was helping me out, that was supporting of me, that kept cheering me on even when I would stumble and fall and go 3 steps back, you know, and they'd be like, oh, it's okay, just keep doing it, you know, we believe in you no matter what. Everybody has their moments where they're like, you know what, you know, I fell and, you know, I'm in the mud, but you know what, they're like, hey, let's help you get back up, let's get you back on your feet, let's start over, it's okay, we can always start over. You don't need to necessarily go back. We've learned from that, you know, don't step in that hole again, that's all. Or if you do step in that hole, let's correct the path that we're on. Let's go around it instead, you know. Or let's get something to help you walk over that hole instead of get stuck in it again. Or let's patch that hole, let's heal that, so you can walk freely forward. All these different things. It's a whole entire myriad of different things that come together, but alright, I'm gonna get going. I am thinking, thank you guys for doing this. Follow me on my YouTube channel. I'll have these up on my YouTube channel as well. And I'll be doing another, probably an unboxing for my next month's, well, for this month's order, because I had to move it to the end of the month with finances being kind of weird. And then, yeah, this is life. Craziness. And hopefully we're not going to have any more craziness happen. But, you know, we do still have, what, 3 more months beyond the 2 weeks we have left in this month, before the year ends. So we'll see what happens. Who knows? stay sane, guys, and do what you gotta do to de-stress. But do it, please, healthily. I'm here for you, especially if like you've fallen off the bandwagon or whatever. I am here. I understand. I am sympathetic. I am empathetic. I understand what's going on with you. All right. If you need to reach out and talk, I'm here. All right. Love, life, and blessings, everybody. Namaste. Have a good day.